Hey, everybody. Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 389 for January 28th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Kelly Lynn.
And I'm Adriel Michaud.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey. We're it.
We're it.
We're it. Yeah. But that's good. That's fine. We're good. That's it.
We've been doing gun stuff. I've been doing gun stuff.
You've been doing gun stuff.
Out in the cold.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm not really enjoying the cold. Well, okay, it's not been cold. You have had
I enjoy the cold.
20-degree weather. Mm-hmm. I went out today and it was -8. I'm going, God, it's cold.
Yeah, on the weekend. Well, I'll get into it when I talk about my stuff. But yeah, it was -28 with wind chill. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. It was fine. Did you post some videos recently too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, let's get into what we did in guns. And what we did in guns is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Centres, Canada's premier firearm retailer. Calgary Shooting Centre is pleased to announce they are now a stocking dealer for Gear Dynamics.
They make like belts, like shooting belts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shooting belts and pouches and whatnot. If you like the shooting belts that have like the clip in the front, they got those style. They've got a bunch of different pouches and whatnot.
Ooh, I gotta
kind
go
of like
on
tactical kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they are tactical.
And they're made in BC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good for that. It's an all Canadian show today.
I'm a Canadian. Are you a Canadian?
Technically, yes.
Oh, we're good to go.
Took me a long time to prove
Canadian.
that. Mm-hmm. Anyways. All right. So let's get into what we did in guns this week. Adriel, why don't you tell us how about you freezing your butt off?
Yeah, I went to the Sherwood Park range on Sunday. Did a little bit of shooting. We were kind of proofing a couple of things with the 22 race guns, rimfire race guns. Just proofing a couple of things, learning a couple of things and whatnot. And it was fun. Lots of jams in the cold because 22s don't like it when it's -21.
No,
and
not really.
Yeah, and then after that, I went to the range. I did some shooting with my with my 180s. I've got a WS MCR and I've got a WK 180. And I got a cat too, and related, totally related. And I wanted to test the accuracy difference between the two of them, if there was a difference.
Right.
So
you were talking about that on the last show.
Yeah, I put a big bad scope on both of them, and I took them out and shot them at 100 with a variety of ammo. And I thought the WK was going to do better, and it was close, but I think like the WS MCR punched a couple of tight groups.
Really good groups.
The federal gold medal match, it was like 3/4 of an inch, 5-round groups. Like, I really wanted to set up the WK as like my known distance coyote shooting, and the stupid MC. Well, it's got a heavier barrel on it. Like the MCR has like a medium profile barrel. Just the accuracy on it was even like I've got some Federal Independence like crappy blaster ammo. I ran a bunch of that through it first, and I got 2-inch groups with that, which is fine. It's like 2-inch groups with blaster ammo with stuff that you get in like a big case that's just like all loose and
junk and
and like 2-inch groups at 100 with that consistently 2-inch groups.
That's good.
I mean, I feel bad putting a red dot on it and going to 3-gun and just spamming the targets at long range because that's maybe something I should be doing with a blaster gun. But anyways, I found that the MCR was just a little bit more accurate. Again, it has a heavier barrel, so you'd kind of expect that. The other thing that I noticed with it is that the dispersion when you changed bullet weights, because I had a variety of commercial ammunition from like your 40 grain stuff all the way up to 77 grain stuff, and the dispersion with the MCR was like a couple of inches, like 1 or 2 inches, whereas with the WK I had a couple where the dispersion, like I'd get a group over here, I'd switch ammo and I would shoot for a different, and it would be to one of the others. Yeah, it was vastly different. The group was still all right, but like the point of impact changed quite a bit. Whereas with the MCR, like practically any ammo I put in, it was hitting inside a 5-inch circle, no matter what kind of weight bullet it was running. So That was interesting. Tim was saying it hit 60 here. That's 60 Fahrenheit in Texas. He needed to wear a hoodie.
Shut up, Tim.
I needed to wear a full body snowsuit thing when that was out.
Oh, by the way, before we go forward, happy birthday, Tim. We love you.
Oh yeah, happy birthday! I totally forgot about that. That was today.
It's his birthday today.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so I hit the range at the 180s. I got an email from someone who was looking to get some reviews, and they were saying, hey, congrats on your YouTube channel hitting 10 million views. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I looked, I'm like, oh yeah, I just hit 10 million views. Yeah.
10 million views.
10 million views.
Mm-hmm. The hunting gear guy has 10 million views, not 10 views, million, 10 million. That's awesome. Congratulations. Million. That's huge.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a neat stat. Like the people are like, "Whoa, you must be making it big," and that kind of, but like YouTube demonetizes most of the gun videos. I don't make shit from those. Like they're
let's talk about this money that you got raking in.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. The other thing I have been doing is putting more of my videos on Full 30 and BitChute. I think Full 30 is the better platform of the two. BitChute has a few more viewers on there. I'd really like to see Full 30 do a little bit better, just because their platform's better. As a producer, the platform's better.
Right.
There's a couple of other ones. I think Carson had emailed in and mentioned another one.
There's a couple of emails that are talking about that in the email section.
We need like one or two really strong alternatives, and then we need everyone to move over there.
I think Edmund's really pushing the Pornhub one.
Well, I've tried. I could upload another one. I bet you they support 4K. They must support 4K because they need that kind of detail. Yeah. Because I do 4K. I do 4K videos. I should post them up on there. I should do my latest one where I'm all sweaty and in that. I guess I could talk about that.
No, please, no.
Did you see it? I did a video on this is a Maple Ridge Armory Renegade, and it's Tom.
Tom Low and Jew? Yeah. Yes, and it's really smooth, and that was it.
It's really smooth, and accuracy was pretty decent with it. Accuracy is going to depend on really what barrel you put on this thing.
Yeah.
I put up a video on it. They're cool rifles, and I think that for the 308, so I've told the listeners before that I've pre-ordered the 308 version, and I think that I am going to like it more than just a bolt action 308, because again, it's fast. It uses these mags that I've got. So for gaming, like competition, that kind of thing, it's going to be a more fun rifle. Yeah,
funner,
more funnest rifle. I think is how you say that. Yep.
Just to let you know, I already know that you know, but maybe the listeners don't know. No, they don't, because we haven't said anything. We are going to have Ryan from Maple Ridge Armories on next week, but we're going to be talking about his new adventures, but maybe we can actually talk to him about some of his old adventures as well, or his current adventures, or adventures.
Can I nag him and ask him, hey, where's my Maverick? Can I do that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, okay. I don't think it'll help me. I just I want to abuse my position as much as possible. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hey, you can say, hey, did you catch my video?
Exactly.
I had to borrow it from a friend of mine, and it
wasn't weird, was it? The video. I've said before on the show, my oldest son is helping me edit, and if he comes up with like a weird idea, I'm almost always like green light, yes, go. What, jumping jacks? Yeah. Okay. What if I sweat like profusely through the video? Let's do that. I'll do jumping jacks in between takes, and I will sweat all over this thing, and I did, yeah. And I posted it on like Reddit and that kind of thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so sad that we have to do this with our ARs." Like, no one appreciates it. Everyone's just sad that we have to do straight pulls because of our silly laws and whatnot. Anyways, let's see. I caught up on Patreon patches. Got them all out in the mail.
It's all up.
Just had to procrastinate months. I've been procrastinating for a while. I got it done though. Feels good. Maybe my maple seed hoodie will be here today.
Okay.
I've been watching the tracking thing, and it's been hilarious because like 2 days ago, it was like, oh yeah, it's going to be out for delivery today. It's going to get there today, and then the next day, oh, end of day today, and then today it's like, it's out for delivery. Actually, tomorrow. It's because it had to go through Mississauga, and Mississauga was the one that they got the Rona. When it gets here, I'm gonna like hazmat that thing and like spray it down with like alcohol and.
They say like 3-ish days. It's been in the mail 3 days. It should be fine. And it originated from me. I coughed in the box for you and everything. Come on.
Good. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
3 days, but like it's cold here, and the cold's probably like helping preserve the virus on there.
UV light. Do you got UV lights at home? Why would you have UV lights?
Why? That's
just saying. Put it under UV light. It'll kill anything.
I'd put it under the sun, but I'm pretty sure at this point of the year, like the sun doesn't actually have enough UV because it's at such a low incidence. It doesn't actually kill anything. It's just like a crappy light. Like it doesn't actually do anything. Anyways, yeah, I think that'll be here tomorrow. And then this came in the mail.
Oh, Jesus! Like,
doesn't it look cool?
Trevor, you got like what we did in guns. It's like forever. What is that?
How do I like spotlight this thing? The gun's like one I've had for a while. It's my Glock 34.
Yeah.
This is new. This is a Streamlight TLR1 HL, which is their high lumen version, so you can turn it on like that and whatnot.
Point it at me.
How's that look? Kind of hard to see. What if I do the blink? I got to do the blinky thing. Wait. There we go.
Yeah, don't do that. I gotta go into an epileptic fit. Okay.
Yeah. All my neighbors like, what is going on in that place? It's a dance party. So this sticks out on a Glock 17. A Glock 17.
Yeah.
The dust cover and the barrel kind of stops like right about there, and this thing sticks out. But on the 34, it's nice. It's not quite flush, but it's pretty close. Looks great on there. This is the real version. I think I mentioned on the last show that I ordered both the real one and the fake one.
Did you try the fake one?
It's not here yet.
Oh.
It's on a slow boat.
Oh, it's slow boat?
Yeah, it'll be a
Can
while.
I see you with your grip on that? I just want to see a grip.
You just want to...
No,
oh, wait,
grip.
like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Both hands.
Both?
Yeah.
Like this?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Good.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
What's the point? Why?
I just wanted to see you with your grip on it.
Okay.
I didn't know if it impacted with the light on there, if it had impacted your grip. And
you put. I ride my finger up on the slide right here, and it's just down there to turn this thing on. So it's super comfortable. Like I wasn't really sure because I've seen these before, and I'm like, man, what is up with these two switches? Like that's not going to be the right spot, but it totally is. It's totally in the right place. You can get some that have like remote activation pads, but why? Like I like that. Give me a switch that's like right on the stupid flashlight and let me go. So
yeah,
I like it. I wanted a light on one of my handguns, and now I got it. The only thing I don't like is they use these stupid batteries that like nothing else uses. They're like,
which ones are they? Because I have some that.
No, you don't have these.
Oh, maybe which ones? I ordered some wrong ones for the batteries I had, or for the lights I had.
123s. They're 123s. Anyways,
oh look.
Yeah, they're silly, but the flashlight's cool. And expensive, but a cool flashlight. Yeah.
Strobes are for raves. Thanks, Mike.
Or for pointing at people.
Or pointing at people.
Yeah, just like
if you pointed that at somebody in your house, like let's say they weren't supposed to be there, I don't think that.
It'd be discombobulating, right? You'd be like,
it would be.
What's going on here? I mean, before I had a real hobo setup with like this thing on there, and it was sticking way out in front of the gun. And for the audio listeners, I'm holding like a standard compact flashlight, but it was a real hobo setup. These flashlights have some really crazy, like they don't just have like a pick rail mount underneath here. They have got this weird like insert thing that you put in there, and it's set for just that gun, for the Glock. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of inserts they bring into the box, and you use that to kind of like index it to the right spot and hold it securely on there.
So it's no wobble wobble and shake and shimmy, and it's there.
No, it's super solid on there. It's that's not coming off.
Battery life.
Probably not very good because these batteries look stupid, and the lumens on this thing is like massive.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cranking them out. But you don't need the battery life to be that good.
No.
You just need to shine some unfortunate person in the face once, and
Yeah, but I'd like it to be able to work if it's.
Well, the batteries that it uses are lithium, which the lifetime on it should be pretty good. I don't know. I haven't looked in that yet. I'll get to that review, and I'll look up all their nerdy statistics. They do sell Streamlight sells a regular one that's not high lumen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you actually need this amount of power. It's probably not necessary for a dark environment.
Need guns.
But you want it.
But you want it. See,
if
it's
I had
that
a
whole
choice between the regular and the high lumen one, I'd always pick the high lumen one.
Exactly.
Because it's more power. There's an old call out. All of our 20-something listeners like, what the hell is that?
Is Tim the Toolman Taylor? Although, God, that is old. That's really old. And I actually know that reference, so I'm really old too. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it for me. How about you?
Not much, really. I was supposed to go shooting on Sunday with Kelly Kincaid, obviously, because we do everything together. I did actually get out to her place. We were going to go to the range. That got canceled, so I ended up going out to her place. We were then going to actually shoot 22s on the pond, but I actually decided instead of going and shooting guns, I was going to take down my Christmas tree because it's getting ridiculous. Yeah, it was still up. So it took me a little longer to do that. So I did actually get out there. We did do some things with respect to the CCFR and Maple Seed, but we didn't end up shooting because it was a little too dark. I got to meet one listener. His name was Tyson. So just wanted to say hi to him. He was out there shooting as well. So It was nice to meet him. And this week, not much other than I have another call this evening for the women's division of the Canadian University Shooting Federation. Going to do a call with them about getting that up and running again for this semester. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to be on another Canadian University Shooting. I don't like saying CUSIF. I'm going to be on another Canadian University Shooting Federation launch for the gun organization. Well, no, not gun.
They do gun stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to do a live stream thing for all of their clubs. So I'm going to be on it. Apparently Rick's going to be on it as well, and then some other people are going to be on it too. So yeah, I don't know when it's going to be though. I just got an email about it, so I have to respond to that. But no, I didn't do any shooting. So I didn't do shooting. However, I did. Yeah, I had a conference call about the calendar for 2022 as well. Just to let you know. So we're starting to plan that. And then I've planned a meetup for this Sunday, to go pistol shooting. So it was a lot of planning, a lot of talking, but that's it. I didn't actually shoot guns this week. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. Let's get on to upcoming events. Upcoming events is sponsored by TLS Alpha. TLS Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes, strategic planning, websites, e-commerce, and battling the stigma that the industry carries with banks, merchant processors, and the social media. So contact them at tlsalpha.com. Just to give everybody an update, we've had some people reach out to the various provinces or shoot bosses in the various provinces with respect to maple seeds. If you are interested in, and we have not been to your range, contact your range and see if potentially they would like to actually have a maple seed or host one, or they want information about it. And then actually send an email to whichever province you're in. So for example, if it's Manitoba, it's Manitoba at mapleseedrifleman.com, or if you're in Ontario, it's Ontario at mapleseedrifleman.com, etc. So on and so forth. Send us an email and we will get back to you, send you some information, and we can see about having an event there this year, dependent. Everybody knows it's dependent on COVID and whatever is happening. And if we don't all die from this new strain that's coming out and that. So anyways, Send us an email. Okay.
I guess like all I need to do is charter an airplane to the Yukon, pretend I'm working there, and I can get the vaccine there. I think that's yeah.
If you're very rich, like they were.
Mm-hmm. So, listeners, if you could pay for all the Maple Seed instructors and shoot bosses, please, to go up to the Yukon.
Hey, we're going to do that anyways. We're going to go see Yukon Strong, right?
Oh, that's how we cheat the system. But for real?
Yeah, outfitting. We need to get him back on to talk about outfitting. I want to do a show on outfitting. Not, wearing like cool clothes. I want to do a show on outfitting and like going out and tracking.
How to become an outfitter? What's involved in becoming an outfitter or being an outfitter? Like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. And this time you get to interview him. He really likes you.
All right. I'll ask all sorts of weird questions.
Okay, I'll contact him.
What's your marijuana budget for this place? Edibles versus dry bud. Like, what's the split here? Come on.
It's the Yukon. They're allowed to. Anyways, never mind. Okay. Anyways, that's it. We have no other events that are happening, but if you do have an event that you want to actually talk about or anything that's going on around your area, send us an email at slamfireradio@gmail.com. We will put it in our event section as well. Okay. Let's get into the news. Hey, did you populate any of this news?
No.
No. Oh, right. What ifs? I populated the donations part. So let's go over that first, and then we'll get into the new gun stuff. So the donations for the CCFR Charter Challenge, there has been a few that have just recently come up. The Digby East Fish and Game Association donated $250. The Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation, $7,800. And International Shooting Supplies donated $1,500. That's awesome. Congratulations. If you guys are interested in helping out the Charter Challenge, go over to the Canadian Coalitions for Firearms Rights page and click on donate, or you can also actually send a donation through EMT to finance at firearmsrights.ca. Help them out. Or, you know what, join whatevs, them or any of the other groups that are actually
supporting. Go and study law and start your own lawsuit. Pass the bar exam. Is a bar exam something that we have in Canada? Do that. And then go sue them, or become a member of the Liberal Party of Canada. Work inside to then change their policy and make them light guns, and then do the old switcheroo on them. Yeah. That would help too.
Did you see the survey that was going out?
The one where like which Care Bear you are? Like yes. I've seen that. Yeah.
It was the Liberal survey where they were first couple of questions were about firearms.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that something that they were trying to do in Ontario or?
Liberals cross country.
They don't have any seats here in Alberta. This surveying here is not a worthwhile exercise.
No. Surveying here, the survey says you suck.
We did a survey.
Yeah, a bunch
they're
of
like
people.
Alberta is either too right, or the people who are left here, the Liberals aren't left enough, and they're going for the NDP. So.
For Edmonton.
Redmonton is what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You really need to get out of Edmonton. Or
too lazy. I like my high-speed internet.
Yeah, you do. It's the one thing that's good about. Well,
a buddy of mine's moving to an acreage, and he's like, "I'm going to get 30 up and 30 down." I'm like, "That is garbage." Yeah, I've got I don't know, 20 or 30 times that. I'm not downgrading to that.
No. Okay, so let's talk about new gun stuff. But before we do, we're going to talk about Bolt Action Coffee. Slamfire Radio is now a brand ambassador for Bolt Action Coffee. Coffee is roasted in small batches and is quite honestly, and I do say quite honestly, some of the best coffee you can get your hands on. You can have it sent to your house by going to boltactioncoffee.com and put in the discount code SLAMFIRE. And if you do that, we get a little hey. So, okay, new gun stuff. Adriel,
there's some new gun stuff. So you remember that like Nodex Spud PWS thing that was gonna be like the best 180 that we're gonna get?
Yeah.
That ain't happening anymore.
What happened?
Not for a while. Nothing. It's too busy. Our are we past the main topic? Okay, in our main topic, you'll hear about how busy it is in the firearms industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to dick around with like some little specialty gun for Canada when they can't fulfill their American orders, right? Like this year has been the best year for firearms sale in the U.S. ever. Because of the Rona and people panic buying because of the Rona and Biden and the riots over the summer. Like all these reasons combined to make 2020 like this ultimate, they bought all the guns and ammo. So no, they're not going to do anything in Canada until they catch up with that stuff. So
it's on hold.
And there's a couple of actually a couple of reasons that they gave. Let me just share my screen just so you guys can see. Because one, tiny side project. Canada is small, or 10% the population of the U.S., and we probably make up less than that when you think of firearms market. Logistics right now. Again, this is part and parcel with how busy things are right now.
Yep.
Unstable legislative process in Canada
means Canada, we suck.
Well, it's one of the reasons why it's hard to get investment in certain industries in Canada as well.
It
like
is.
Trying to get oil and gas investment here is like, why would you invest in Canada? Any government could just like randomly can your project, whether it be a provincial government or the federal government. So,
it's okay. You guys will find jobs in other places.
Oh yeah, we will in Alberta. And then political.
They just went over that.
Yeah,
the whole pipeline cancellation. That's what our government said. Don't worry, you'll get jobs in other places.
Yeah, learn to program. They're unsure about the U.S. because in the U.S. there's also upcoming gun bans. And man, Biden has been busy. Like they just executive order everything. They put in 37 of those things so far. Basically, really taking action fast.
And the scary thing is that they have both Congress and Senate control. This is bad.
All three? I think there's three levels. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's America.
Anyways, bad.
Yeah.
But the other thing is too, like you're not going to be able to own guns unless you're rich down there. So.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, the price changes. Brian was just mentioning Starlink. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that Matt noticed when he went on to McClatchy, he can now like upload his videos from his house, which is great.
Brian, do you have Starlink? Just nod your head yes. he's on the feed.
We don't have that in Alberta yet.
You don't have it. We do have it out here. So yeah.
They need to launch a couple hundred more satellites that are going to totally block our view of the stars. It's all going to be like stuff zipping back and forth. Yeah. Anyways, that's what's happening with that 180. This next one isn't new.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought is nothing. It's something I would buy, but someone might think it's neat.
It's a revolver. You would never buy this. You don't buy revolvers.
I buy revolvers every once in a while just to remind myself how much I hate them.
And you immediately sell it.
Not immediately. Sometimes I reload 1,000 rounds of 38 special just to find out, man, this is terrible. And then I have those 1,000 rounds of 38 special in ice cream pails in my house.
So if anybody needs 38 special,
I'll buy another revolver at some point, and I'll shoot like 100 rounds.
But you're not going to
be like, ugh. Yeah, the current amount of ammo I have is going to last me for a lifetime.
Cool. So Brian said no, that he doesn't have. See, people listen and respond. No, he doesn't have it, but they just launched a bunch more satellites a few days ago to increase Northern Hemisphere coverage. Thanks, Brian. Sorry, you were saying about the revolver that you're never ever going to buy?
It's French, and it's a Manurin. How do you say that? Manurin.
Just own it.
Manurin. It's it's like 357 38 special revolver. I mean, like they're mentioning here in the comments that French police and certain special forces elements. This has got to be like Doolittle special forces to be running around with a revolver. But
this is from the Pink Panther, from
Pink Panther special forces running around with a revolver in a leather holster on their side. Maybe they've got
so.
They've got some of those like revolver speed loaders on the front. It's like they put all this effort into just making like these special forces revolvers work. Anyways, this is probably a super duper reliable revolver. They're saying it has a lifetime of over 1 million rounds.
That's because they're like from forever ago. Go ahead. Sorry.
Forever. Yeah. This is a forever gun. If you want a forever gun, fantastic.
Travis says it sounds like it's German and not French. Depends.
Just reading the thing says it's French. I got to take them at their word.
French, and it says French.
Yeah.
But Inspector Clouseau.
Clouseau, Pink Panther, gumshoes, get smart kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, with the revolver. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you think they would have the speed loaders on their front like the IPSC guys do, or you think they'd have like a belt with like the little loops that you put each individual round in, and you're taking cover in behind like a box or something?
Shoes and like really long coats.
Yeah, but how do you reload? How do you do a tactical reload with this thing?
You don't do. Anyways,
I don't know. Special forces use this thing. Come on.
Who is it that actually can shoot like a revolver? Is it Jerry
Mitchellek? Yeah,
he can actually do it.
He's got speed loaders. I don't think he's running a Minoran either. I think he's running like some glitzed out Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Marstar has some non-corrosive red box Norinco 762x39. If you're looking for food for your 762x39 and you don't feel like cleaning it and cleaning for corrosive, buy some of this stuff. Let's say you had a WSMCR in 762x39.
Oh, 224.
Don't run corrosive in that thing, because you got to take the stupid thing apart, get into the gas system to clean it, right?
Yep.
Don't run corrosive in that. Run non-corrosive. Marstar's got this. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can mention them again.
I think that's all the new gun stuff I've got.
Hey everyone, for our main topic this evening, we're going to be having Terry McCollough on from Savage Arms. I just wanted to say thank you to Terry for coming on and sharing some time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. So Terry, tell us all about Savage Arms. Where are you located? Well, why don't you introduce yourself first? Give us a little rundown on who you are, and then we'll talk about Savage Arms.
Sure. So Terry McCollough, in my 15th year as Vice President General Manager of Savage Arms in Lakefield, Ontario. Coming through a 35-year career in aerospace and automotive.
Cool.
Worked at McDonnell Douglas in Malton for 13 years of my career as an industrial engineer and a forecast analyst and airframe mechanic for a while. And, went to Ryerson Polytechnical Institute in Toronto, fine school.
Yeah, it is.
Put a plug in. It's now Ryerson University. And, was recruited by Savage on and about 2007 to take over their Lakefield manufacturing facility. So it's been a great 15 years so far.
Okay. Let's talk about the facility there in Lakefield. So it's located in Ontario. You're really actually quite close to me. So that's exciting. I'm going to come by and see you probably at some point.
After COVID.
After COVID.
After
the lockdown.
Okay.
So we have 160 employees.
Yep.
We produce the rimfire line of Savage Arms.
Okay.
We're producing 1,400 rifles a day.
Wow.
And we're working full tilt. It's been a glorious year. We're having a record year. We've been in Lakefield for 51 years. And, we're having the best year so far. It's been a real exciting ride.
Okay. So you talked about the fact that it's rimfires that you are producing. Are you seeing an upswing in rimfire sales right now?
Yes. We're seeing a rise in all firearm sales, ammunition sales. Folks at Vista are seeing that. But, we still keep in touch with those guys. And it's just, part and parcel of the rimfire line is selling along with all the other guns. It's been a very brisk. I think since about March, we really started to see the uptick.
Yeah. A lot of people are actually going out and shooting, and they're able to do that still. The
really
ranges are open and really enjoying it. Yeah. And even from, private land and that, they're able to actually enjoy it as well. So which firearms specifically are made there in Lakefield?
So we make all the Mark II series at Savage, the R93s, the 22W MRs, and the 17 in that series, the 17 HMR.
Yep.
And we're also doing the Model 42, which is a shotgun rimfire combo. It's a kind of a break action, very popular combo rifle.
Not a lot of other firearms out there like that. Like there are not a lot of combo rifles, especially at the value price point that you guys are selling that thing at.
Yeah, it's a really nice rifle, and we've got a lot of comments on it because it's the Model 24 was very nostalgic with the Savage customers, and the Model 42. It's got a manual extraction. It's nothing fancy. Break open. It's just a great gun that a lot of folks love it. You've got the 410 if you're out and about and you see any kind of grouse or something like this, and you've got the 22. And there's a WMR option, so it's a really nice gun for sure.
Yeah.
So some of the newer models we've launched are really exciting. So we've got I'm blessed for the new stuff.
Let's go on.
So some of the real neat stuff we've been doing is the B series. So that was a real nice transition for us because when we came up with the B series design, I really wanted us to stay similar to the centerfire platform, where we're actually threading the barrel into the receiver with a barrel lock nut. And it really took us to the next level of our next generation of Savage rimfire. And that was a really nice bolt action rifle in our tradition. The next step we took, which is the rimfire that's also made in Westfield, Massachusetts at our sister facility, is the A22 and the A22 Magnum and 17. So those are really interesting progressions of what we're trying to do with the next level. As you know, Savage is the only company at that price point selling semi-automatics that will shoot the 17 HMR. WMR, as you know, it's considered to be a little bit of a hot round. Yep. Very good round, and the speed and flatness that people want. That's why. So we know the history of some recalls with our competitors, and we've managed to overcome that. And I know you can buy, more expensive $1,000 plus German models that are shooting those calibers, but nothing at the price point that we're managing to do it at Savage. That's really interesting. And of course, we have the newer stuff that we've put out lately is the precision in the B series precision and the A series precision.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And I'm so delighted to be partnering with MDT out of Richmond, BC. So, we really see that as a great Canadian partnership. We have MDT really breaking a lot of ground with modular chassis and things like that. And then Savage taking our really nice, our sort of new generation of our rimfire rifles and the MDT chassis. I'm sure you've seen the A22 Precision or the B Precision. Yep. So we're really excited about that. And we're working on other things that are going to be really interesting that are in the can now, related to both MDT and Savage, that I'm sorry, but I'll have to tell you to stay tuned.
So you're going, come on.
They're really still in the can, honestly. And it's a complete Canadian solution. And I think you're just going to love it.
A complete Canadian solution. Okay.
Complete Canadian solution.
So when do you expect this new one to come out?
I think we'll be seeing that early in the summer. I still, we're the factory, right? I'm the manufacturing side. So we have to deal with the folks that want to release those type of things. But I'm sure you'll be really pleasantly surprised.
That's awesome. That's great.
So MDT, as I said, Kelly, is just fantastic for us. We really like the partnership we're getting with them. They really do a fantastic job with us. And we're really pleased to be working with them. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're a great company, Canadian, and also a great partnership I would see between you two as well. And getting into that precision, that's excellent.
Sure, they're doing that whole scene with the centerfire version and the complementary rimfire side.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that direction that I've been seeing. Having both available. I mean, Kelly and I both play in and instruct on like the rimfire precision side of things in competition here in Canada.
Yeah.
And I'm really loving seeing, because like rewind like 15 years ago or 20 years ago and say you want a precision 22, not really a lot of options.
No, everybody
Not really.
look at you. Huh?
Yeah, you want a precision gopher gun, like,
Yeah.
and
For your son or daughter.
yeah. You spent how much on your 22? You have $1,000 22. That like
You're
does not
crazy.
compute. Yeah, but
it's
something that's now available and something that you can do, and it's cheap. You don't have to go out to 800 meters. You can go out to 300, and that's challenging with a 22, and really loving it. Yep.
So true. It's so true, because when we're talking to folks, we realize that there are fewer and fewer 1,000-yard ranges left, in the U.S. and in Canada. So if you get that same ballistic challenge with a 22 and you're trying to shoot 400, 500 yards, the challenge is there. And folks, really, you're going to find 300-yard ranges, in your area much easier than you'll find 1,000-yard ranges.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it depends on the country as well, like where you are in the country. Like here in Ontario, we struggle with it unless you're up north. However, if you're in Alberta, you can find 1,000-yard range, no problem.
I got a couple of those around me. Yep.
Yeah,
it's quite good.
And everything that you have to put into, like we're talking a little bit about, it doesn't matter whether it's 22 or it's a centerfire, but you still have everything you have to put in the same mental, windage, everything. You still have all of that you have to calculate. And let's be real, with a 22, it's going to be a little bit more challenging.
It's fun. You get to hear, you get to fire and wait. Ding.
There's a great Savage commercial or info deal with Monty and
Dick
Stan.
Sorry.
Monty Milneth and I believe Stan Payne are our long range guys.
Yeah.
And they're shooting out, I think they're shooting out 800 yards or 700 yards with a Mark II.
Yeah.
And it's similar to the 1 mile solution that they do. And it's fantastic. And you have to start thinking about ammo too, where you're
ammo is a huge
higher
component.
grade Ely match and stuff on that,
Mm-hmm.
But certainly it's we're really excited about it. We're really trying to give what people are wanting to do in that long range rimfire style.
Well, and even if you buy like an expensive box of Ely, it's still available. You don't have to like reload some weird cartridge and get powder and bullets.
Sure.
And you just go buy a couple boxes of Ely or SK or something like that, and you're good to go.
And it's it's still much more affordable than if you're shooting a box of centerfire. Right?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, you're right. So Mark IIs, you kept mentioning the Savage Mark II. It's a gun that typically, if people ask me what guns I recommend for, like, for example, if they come to a Maple Seed event, they're looking for a bolt action, that's what I will recommend. And I know that some of the other 22 series that are out there, people who are wanting to get introduced to it, we tell them to go and get a Savage Mark II. Are you seeing actually any impact of the new rimfire sports that are here in Canada having an impact on the sales of the Mark II?
I'm not really seeing it as much specifically in Canada.
Oh, really?
I don't, when we think of sales, our sales are approximately 90% of our product goes to the US.
Okay.
But a lot of our customers internationally prefer to, bundle their order with centerfire and rimfire. So we'll get international customers where we'll build that, order for New Zealand, say, in our distribution center in Westfield, Massachusetts. So technically our rimfire could be exported to the DC in Westfield, and then that order could go to New Zealand as a centerfire rimfire package order for a larger group.
Okay.
So it's really harder for me to see what that would do in Canada per se on my orders moving. I know that we get our local Peterborough Fish and Game Range. We have some very good friends and a great partnership with those folks. Mm-hmm. And for example, when we looked at things like in the early days of the B Series Precision, we're talking to folks out at the range there who are handling lots of Canadian competitions. They have a lot of youth learning through their air rifle ranges and so forth. So we're always bouncing those early prototypes and designs off folks at Peterborough Fish and Game, for example.
Oh, that's awesome.
We got some very good friends there that give us really brutal, like
good
most
feedback.
firearm folks, really good feedback. They're not shy. When we talk to Phil and those guys out
good
there,
feedback.
they're really complimentary, or they're very clear on what they like and don't like about some of these guns. So we're always trying to do that at Savage, north and south of the border, is engage our customers, really listen to the customer voice, and try to integrate things that you see, like with AccuStocks and really trying to get that comb height and really getting people fitted on the rifle,
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the most important thing, especially if you are going that precision route. And then again, you talked about MDT, who has that chassis that's able to do that. And yeah, it's the fit of your rifle is so important. So yeah, can we talk a little bit about your involvement? Now, you talked about a little bit about the community that you're in, but can we talk a little bit about Savage Arms and how effective you've helped out a program that I've been involved in? But I'd like to hear about some of the things that you do in your community.
Sure, Kelly. So we really love being great corporate citizens, and I'm just kind of emulating what my predecessor had done, and our boss. Not that you're always trying to put one in for the boss, but he's very generous that way, and he wants the direction is to be generous to the community as much as we can. So, for example, we've done things like $25 contributions to the Peterborough Health Center. 5 Counties Children's Group. We've given a $25,000 grant. What would you call that? Contribution to the Fleming Skilled Trades expansion. We've donated 3 tactical rifles to the Peterborough Tactical team on Peterborough Police. We always give, rifles are always being given away to various charities and things that support shooting, as you said, Kelly. We constantly like to encourage, shooting sports in Canada. So we're very proud to be able to do those commitments.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know
Boat. Dragon Boat team.
The Dragon Boat team. Yeah.
Not me personally, but I go there and cheer, right? But, jumping into Shaman Lake in January is great. But we have a team there. Great Dragon Boat team. It's just stuff like that.
That's cool. It's not only just gun related, it's basically your community in that.
They've been here for 51 years, if you can imagine.
Yeah. You have to stay there, right? You're employing those people too, and it literally affects everybody. Your manufacturing plant literally affects that community. It's a small community.
They really do.
So I wanted to give you a shout out and a thank you because Savage Arms actually provided a bunch of Rascal rifles for our little Maple Cedars. So those that come to Maple Seed events that are a little bit smaller. And so we have all the colors of the rainbow with the Rascals, and they get to pick one. So it's awesome. But you also actually from the you sponsored one of the ladies or pages from the CCFR Gunny Girl calendar last year as well. So I wanted to say thank you about that. It means that you're giving back to your community and you're growing the community. So, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. We're very proud to do that.
Yeah, it's awesome too. So thank you very much for doing that.
Junior Achievement is another one that we're very proud of.
Oh, Jay. You guys.
We're heavily involved in Peterborough Junior Achievement. In Springfield, Massachusetts. Did you know that Junior Achievement was founded in Springfield, Massachusetts?
Really?
And our CEO Al Casper is heavily involved in Junior Achievement. It's one of his I'd say it's one of his leading things that he does. He's been involved in it for I gotta say 20 years, 25 years. And we're involved heavily with Junior Achievement here in Peterborough. Myself, my controller, the financial team. We participate with the Grade 8 Junior Achievement Program in Peterborough, and it's fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. So we talked about it a little bit. Just one of the reasons why I actually did get in contact with you is a couple of weeks ago, Adriel and I were discussing. I don't think this is the thing that you were going to tell us about, but anyways, we're really excited, but we're also a little intrigued about the Impulse. And that's currently being manufactured down in the US, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. So when do you think it's going to be available here in Canada, or do you think it will be?
Yeah. So my understanding is that they'll start to see them coming April-ish, mid-summer. They should be here for the summer. The Impulse is a really interesting rifle for us because, as you know, it's the first American-made straight pull.
Right.
13 patents, some really cool stuff. As I said when we were starting, there is some really interesting online reviews from Outdoor Life magazine. There's some really interesting video from Savage. Beth Szymanski on our marketing team has just done a great job. The way we have all these excellent videos and showing the function of the rifle.
You should have doing systems. You should have the hunting gear guy review it.
The who?
The hunting gear guy. That's Adriel, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, he does reviews. So, anyways, sorry.
Well, let me see if I can get one up there and you can do a review then. We'll see what we can do now that we're on the inside.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting rifle. So it comes in a Predator. I'm reading, obviously, but it comes from a Predator, in a Predator model, a hog hunter, and it's got the big game. So our straight back action, really, I think we truly have one that handles magnum calibers, right? All the way up to 300 Win Mag, which is, again, with the hex lock system, you've really got the way the ball bearings go out and engage and lock it in. As the pressures build up, it's completely locked. And as that pressure curve builds down, you're able to, use the straight back pull. So, if you can imagine acquiring targets, maybe taking a second shot at a big game animal, you get the speed and you don't have to, cam the bolt back. You really just kind of get a straight back action. The bolt is ambidextrous, so it comes off one side, comes on to the left. There's an extension, I believe. Again, it's not something that I build in my plant, but there's barrel extensions. There's a whole pile of really interesting features like the hex lock. And then, of course, all the AccuStock, AccuTrigger, making sure that you have the length of pull, the comb height, because we believe as you start to look at, long range shooting like Impulse, from what I'm hearing and feedback, that a lot of folks are able to take this gun and reach out to 700 yards quite comfortably. The reviews we've seen from Outdoor Life magazine are saying that, this is truly a really good, longer reaching gun. And we believe that those are the things that help you do that, really setting with the AccuStock, especially if you just look at the different heights of people and they're trying to all nest onto the same gun and get that comb height. We really believe that, that true adjustability is really what it's all about at that long range. Distance. And that's what we're integrating into the rimfire stuff too, is really starting to get into these real things like you see on a biathlon rifle, for example. Look at all that adjustability that comes out, So
I wonder if you'll start to see those in competition, because inside competition, like if you look at PRS or something like that right now, it's all bolt action. It's almost all bolt action. Bolt actions are they're fast-ish, not as fast as a straight pull though. And if you can still put like a decently stanky cartridge in there that's got some speed and it's got some flatness to it, maybe that would be somewhere where we start seeing those in use. I mean, of course, after the hunters and that kind of thing buy theirs and use them for hog hunting or deer hunting when they pull a whoopsie and they need to shoot again, or maybe there's two coyotes that they're shooting and they can get that second shot off rather than that long pull of a bolt action kind of a thing. It's very interesting from those perspectives.
People seem to be really, really enjoying the first American made straight pull in that sort of category. So
why do you think they made it? I'm just curious. I was wondering.
I truly believe it's taking us to the next level because, really when we think of these things, why did we make the AccuTrigger? Why did we make the AccuStock? We're listening to customers, and a lot of folks were asking for straight pull. We've had customers talk about it. And I think that's how Savage. We really try to take the customer voice and listen to what they're saying, and then try to implement that in our firearms going forward. And that seems to be a nice logical evolution, of a straight pull. We're doing very well in the bolt action category, and that was the next logical
I do
evolution of it,
Yep.
And then it comes to accuracy when you look at how they shoot at that level. And then the impulse, as I said, there's a Predator model, so we're bringing it right in from 2250 all the way up to 300 Win Mag in the big game version. Hog Hunter, Predator, Hog Hunter, and big game. So 300 Win Mag in both the Hog Hunter and the big game, and then if I look at the chart, it's 22,250 up to 6.5 Creedmoor in the Predator.
Okay, so you can go ahead.
Retails, I think MSR is
Canadian
retailing for it would be in so it's just under 1,500 US, I believe.
Okay.
So I don't have a Canadian price if you want it 1.28, 1.9.
Something like that.
Yeah.
At $30 per 100.
Yeah. Okay. Adriel, do you have any more questions?
No, I mean, so when you mentioned which firearms are made here in Canada, you mentioned a lot of the rimfire rifles, a lot of the stuff
42.
that's Model 42, a lot of the stuff that's Rascal.
64 semi-automatic.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff has like really good history in Canada too, right? Like the 64 and that kind of thing. I remember as a kid seeing that in Sears catalog or something like that.
Absolutely. Built in 1964. That's why it's called the Model 64.
Yeah. And it's really cool that they continue to be made here in Canada, because there's not really a lot of guns you can buy where it's like made in Canada, and it's cool that some of the most affordable ones are. Yeah,
we're really excited. In 2014, we actually won the award to supply the British Ministry of Defence their new cadet rifle. So we went up against Ruger and CZ, and they chose us. And from what I understand, it was the largest single purchase by the British Army in over 30 years. It was a big contract for us, and we beat everybody out. They wanted a single-shot rifle that didn't look military. And here was the caveat. You had to fit into the, I'll get a little technical, you had to fit into the 94th percentile of a 13-year-old female, all the way up to the 90th percentile of an adult male. And you had to adjust the length of trigger pull in 5 seconds or less with no tools. And we did it.
Oh, cool.
And our rifle goes like this. Click, you open it up, boom, you put it in, and you lock it in. Now you can get that smaller cadet. And if you've seen 13, 14-year-old teenagers, there's a foot difference in some of them, right?
Yeah, I was never a small 13-year-old.
Well, there you go. So we were very proud of that, to be built in Lakefield. Go and compete against the world and win. And it's been a very great contract for us.
Have you seen anything with that from the Canadian cadet point of view?
No, unfortunately, the Canadian Rangers, they bought a Stoger rifle, and they didn't buy the Savage. And they looked me in the eye and told me that, I'm sorry, Terry, we got to buy the Stoger for the Canadian Rangers.
Yeah, and I'm talking about cadets, the younger kids, because they're shooting air rifles.
Yes. Our one of our supply chain managers just retired, was heavily involved in cadets in Lindsay area in Ontario, and he was involved in a lot of 22 shooting and stuff like that, with rimfire and the onchos. They fire the bolt action onchos, but it's not straight back; it's a traditional bolt action.
Yeah. But You need to get in there. You're a Canadian company.
Sounds expensive. And shoots rifles? And shoots rifles for a bunch of 13-year-olds?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the on-shoulder Sprint, right? It's selling for, it's a bolt-action rifle on-shoulder Sprint. I think it retails for about $2,200. A lot of money there.
A little bit pricey.
Yeah,
it's very good gear, but very expensive.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one last thing. Where can people actually? So, if people want to buy Savage Arms, who are your retailers, or who's your biggest retailers, and where can people find your guns, basically?
Sure. Mm-hmm. So, we're selling our guns at Canadian Tire, Bass Pro, Cabela's. Distribution-wise, Sale. You could buy our rifles at Sale. Retail-wise, LeBaron's, if it's still open, it used to be. And then a lot of our retail folks go through, our distributor base, whether it's Bomac or North Silva.
Yep, North Silva.
Things like that. But, Canadian Tire, there's several Canadian Tires that have now started their hunting line again. I know
it's really good to see.
Yeah,
really good to see, because I remember as a kid going through the Canadian Tire catalog and be like, oh yeah, that one or this one. And when they got rid of all of them, it's just like, oh man, what are you guys like? Just a general store now? Like, come on, bring back the old Canadian Tire. I'm glad to see them bringing back the hunting sections.
Like locally here, we see Lindsay has a great Canadian Tire, big hunting, fishing section. It was really, we've done a couple of Savage Days up there to help support them. Yeah, it's really great, as you say, to see that again.
That's awesome. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see it back into your local Canadian Tire.
Of course, we have Bass Pro and Cabela's, all those bigger stores and smaller mom and pop shops all throughout Ontario.
Let's be real. Savage Arms, you can get it anywhere you buy guns. Basically, you're across the country.
My goodness, in Canada, what is it, 126 years?
Yeah.
I should hope so.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to plug from Savage Arms Canada? Like, are you guys trying to hire anyone? Or?
I did. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. So we certainly are. We're ramping up at Savage Arms Canada in Lakefield. So anyone in the Peterborough area, CNC skills, we're really interested in CNC technicians, folks that have any kind of assembly manufacturing experience, metrology experience.
Awesome.
That would be great. Thanks for the plug.
That's great to hear that you're doing so well and you're actually looking to hire people. That's wonderful.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
Sounds good for
right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much again for coming on, Terry, and telling us all about Savage Arms and all the great stuff that you guys are doing. So we really appreciate it, and we appreciate Savage Arms being part of our culture here in Canada.
Great. Well, thanks very much for having me on. It was a real pleasure, and hopefully after COVID, love to see you out at the plant.
That'd be awesome. I'm up there all the time.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks very much.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again, Terry, for coming on. Great to have Terry on to represent Savage Arms. Let's be real, he is the biggest. They're the biggest, gun manufacturer in the world. So great to have him on, and we'll get him back on at another time so that he can give us the dirt on the new stuff that's coming out that he couldn't mention. You know what? This show usually has people on, and we are generally able to get them to spill the beans when they're not supposed to. We didn't do very well.
I feel like his corporate structure is probably more put together than our typical guests.
I think
where it's
so.
It's the owner and the guy who's also running the machine. And
no, it's I believe he had to get approval to come on, and we had to be vetted. Do you know that we were approved? I don't know how that.
I don't think they did a very good job.
Anyways, yeah. He said, "You guys got approved. Congratulations, great job." I'm going, oh, all right. Didn't know how that happened. Okay, let's get into listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers heart bluing, parkerizing, Cerakote finishes, as well as wood and steel refinishing. Check out his new online inventory of new and used guns, firearms, accessories, optics, and more at dcgunsmith.com. Why did you move everything around while I was reading
.ca. I was trying to add stuff in, and I did add stuff in, and you didn't notice.
By the way, he's now, Denis and Army DC Gunsmith is now an authorized retailer for, isn't it, for April Ridge Armories?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
A little bird told me that with a beard. He's cranky too.
I like how you rolled that out.
So what did you add? Because
Huh?
I think I was already past that part. What did you add?
I can't say.
Okay.
Sorry.
DC Gunsmith, check them out online, Facebook. You can also check them out on Instagram as well. They post all kinds of nice new guns on there all the time. Great value, by the way. Good deals on guns. So let's get into
Before we get
feedback.
too far there, like Brian was saying, they did have speed loaders and had belt pockets for them. But I like the pockets. Just a pocket full of 38 special. Just like that's your reload pocket. If you get into it thick with like a shootout, you like start fishing into your long jacket pocket, and it's just got like a 30 loose rounds.
That's where I keep my shot shells while I'm at, we'll put them in my leggings in my pocket, just fish in there. So
if you got to like run after like the perp, like just 38 special is just spilling everywhere. Get into a gunfight, you got like 2 left in your pocket. I gotta make it work.
Yeah. Anyways, did we cover this already? Facebook?
Yes, those ones were from last week.
Yeah, I didn't remove that. Why don't you take this one from Chris W?
From Chris W. Hi, I created my Facebook account after the OIC to get CCFR updates, but due to recent actions of leftist social media companies, I left Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I still can and am watching your show live on Facebook or later on YouTube. I just can't comment and see chat. But Parler, coming back, Gab, Twitch, Discord, and Full30 are growing in popularity. Some shows stream live in parallel on multiple platforms. Have you looked into it as an option in case gun content gets banned altogether on Facebook and YouTube? Cheers, Chris.
Right.
I've used some of those. I've used Twitch. Yep. Twitch does not allow gun handling live on stream, so no point there. Gab, I haven't tried. Full30, I'm posting videos on for Hunting Gear Guy, and if enough people move over there, I'll start posting Slamfire over there too.
Cool. We did talk about Discord as well at some point, but we haven't done anything on that.
Discord's cool. If you guys aren't on Discord yet, it's a really decent chat platform.
Yep.
And there are 2 Canada Guns servers that I'm on.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And you can get to them through Reddit, or if you bug me on Facebook or something like that, I'll send you like an invite link. And really interesting place to discuss, like more active, I would say, because it's almost like a chat group. So it's more active in talking about different upcoming things and a little bit more Wild West, I guess, which is I kind of like because it harkens back to the early days of the internet with like AIM chat rooms and that kind of thing. Where,
they
have that a little bit more of a wild kind of an energy to them.
Yeah, I'm in there, so it's pretty boring.
Which one are you on? There's one that allows memes and then one that doesn't, and the one that doesn't is
the one that I have.
That's the fun one.
Yeah,
I like Unhinged, and that one's fairly unhinged.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Chris, we had been streaming parallel in the past to some different platforms. We are not right now, primarily because of restrictions. Like some of them don't allow gun handling live on air. I don't even think Facebook does, but let's just keep doing it until we get banned.
Yep, until we actually. And if we do, we will let you know. Not
Gab,
on Facebook, obviously.
maybe.
Yeah.
There's lots of platforms. The problem is like the kind of a catch-22 of we need enough people there to move there, but people aren't on there because nothing else is on there. So it's kind of a catch-22. One of them needs to become more popular. Parler was getting there until they crap the bed.
Crashed.
Yeah, I don't think unless they change drastically how they're running that, I don't think I'll be back on there. So maybe it's Gab or something like that. Signal's been fantastic for IM. That we're using that heavily for 3-gun and Maple Seed and whatnot out here. and just between like a group chat kind of a thing, right?
Yep.
But we still need something to replace Facebook, really. And video, I think Full 30 is there. I think Full 30 as a video platform is really good. I think it just needs more users on it watching stuff. Yeah.
So go on over there, become a user, and then if you guys are doing it, then we'll post over there. So
definitely,
if if we post it, maybe they will come.
Maybe we need to.
Yeah. And they're, it's like Field of Dreams. Build it, and they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. All right. So that was Chris. So we got another one from Carson. He says, "Hi guys. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but if I have, forgive me and maybe look into it. Odyssey.com is another video sharing site. By the way, all of these are about video sharing. So it's distributed on the library blockchain system. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm. You're
more literate than I am. So anyways, and has sort of associated cryptocurrency that viewers can tip in. One podcaster I listen to all the time, Jack at the Survival Podcast this month, has made more from Odyssey than YouTube. It's worth looking into. Have a great one, Carson.
Yeah.
So
that one I signed up for, and they're like, you got to pay to upload a video. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Maybe
Really?
I should pay to upload a video and see if I make money back from it. Maybe there's like a break-even kind of a thing here. Interesting ideas, though, because like I think what we're seeing here is like generation 2 of better distributed platforms that are truly distributed, where there is no central failure point. And I think that some of the things that they're mentioning in terms of the different technologies allow that distribution of content and that no single point of failure kind of a thing,
right?
Which BitChute is also trying to do as well.
Right. Okay, take this from Edmund. But before we do, Mike says that Discord is the bee's knees. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. All these people are on Discord, and they all have like on Discord you don't use your real name.
No, you
except
don't.
I use Hunting Gear Guy, so everyone knows who I am. I don't know it. Some people message me. I think you might be one of the people that's messaged me, and I just completely ignore you because I don't know who you are. If you know me in real life and you
know me.
No, I don't.
You know my name. I am name.
You'll have to tell it to me later because I don't. I genuinely don't. And if you've DM'd me on there, I've probably ignored you because like I don't know who this is.
Fine. I'm gonna go on there right now.
Let me know.
DM you. Hey, stop ignoring me.
And I'll be like, oh, that makes.
You know what? I get people messaging me saying, "Hey, I know who you are," and they actually do to tell me who I am. I'm going, "Oh, this is scary." Anyways.
Next one's from Edmund. Hi, guys and gal. Happy New Year. It seems like the Laugo Arms alien has finally arrived. It's a very interesting, revolutionary pistol with extremely low bar axis and fixed sighting plane. Larry Vickers got a hold of one and put out a review. I had one on the show. I showed one on the show. No, I didn't. I put some pictures on Instagram of me shooting one.
Yeah.
Not quite the same.
No. Larry Vickers, huh?
It's a cool pistol. It's super cool. Like the recoil straight back, it's super flat, super expensive. We've had them in Canada for more than a year though. Like we had them really, really early, and I played with one of the really, really early ones into Canada that one of my 3-gun buddies got in. Super cool pistol. Super cool. Expensive.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I had to think about it for a second. Yeah.
It appears social media giants are beginning to step up the muzzling of gun content. AR15.com, Colion Noir, and Mr. Guns Gear have put out videos reporting their experiences about it. Yeah. With that in mind, I think it'd be a good idea to have a live backup plan, as you discussed in your last podcast. When the time comes, your transition would be faster. I put my vote in for Pornhub. Hopefully Kelly can be a little open-minded about this. I'm already on there. Since Matthew McClatchy has the new Starlink internet connection, any possibility he'll make a return as a host to the show. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to your next podcast, Edmund. We should ask Matt if he wants to come on for a show.
Yeah. Actually, 400. He was on the 300.
That's the right idea. That's the right idea.
Let's see if we can. Let's get him on. He's doing I know that he is doing a lot, and I mean a lot with flying right now, and that's his passion right now. He's still doing some shooting though, so let's see if he'll come on.
Yeah, I should. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into Pornhub. I'll research that platform. I got this.
You're good? Okay.
I don't need any help. I can research this on my own, if you will.
Yeah. You go research. I'll be over here answering questions from William Saunders. He's talking about the Grey Birch Solutions 1022. No, we have not heard anything about it. So if send him an email. Hopefully he'll get back to you and let you know, give you an update. Okay. If you would like to send us an email, you can send us one at slamfireradio@gmail.com. And yeah, if you are on any platforms and have any suggestions, please let us know, because we would love to continue to send out all this beautiful content to you and not have an interruption in service.
Well, like realistically, we're like our podcast is self-hosted, so we've got backup on there. We're on Facebook. All the video archives are on there. We're on YouTube. All the video archives are on there. I've got the audio backups on my computer. I'm not bothering with video because that would be like a ton.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Patreon supporters. We don't have any Patreon supporters this week. However, it looks like Adriel, for the ones that just came on board or maybe a month or two ago, you should be expecting some.
I got all the stuff like right here. Envelopes, stamps. It's all right here, ready to go.
You know what? Somebody asked me about it. They were asking if we had car decals. We should look
car
into that.
Decals?
Yeah.
I mean, you could take this sticker and put it on your car if you really wanted to.
No, it's not PVC.
It's not going to survive. It's not going to do very well in the. It'll peel right away. Actually,
it's only like a ½ inch by an inch and a half. That's not. We want something that's like Slamfire Radio on the back of your truck, and it's like, yes,
maybe, yeah. Big sticker, big decal, vinyl. Okay.
You're responsible for all the merchandise. We need to have a talk. I was thinking about this. This is why we need to have a talk.
Hats. We need hats.
T-shirts.
You know what the gun community needs more of? Branded hats. I don't have 20 branded hats over in the corner there. I don't. I need a hat. Slamfire is the brand that's going to get me that hat.
Exactly. You know what? I need yeah. Actually, I recently counted all my firearms hats. Do you know how many I have? I counted 32 at the time, but I added 2 more to it. So I have 34 hats that are just firearms. I have other hats too, like this one. But I need a Savage Arms hat.
I don't have a Savage Arms hat.
Me neither. I need one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways, if you would like to, we're talking about stuff and branding it and sending it out to you. But if you'd like to support the show, you can go into Patreon and check out Slamfire Radio and send us a few $1 or $2 or $3 or $7. And you can also support the show by going to our website and click on the link for Cabela's. If you're going to actually shop at Cabela's, don't do it online. Just go on over to our website, click on that link, and then buy whatever you want. And we will actually get some kickback for that too as well. All right. We got some shout outs going on. I know you do because you just put them in there while I was talking. So
and I completely forgot. So one of them to Tom. Thanks for loaning me the Renegade so I could do that review.
How did he get his before you?
That's the Renegade, not the Maverick. This is the
that's right.
version.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
Still got that other one coming. The other one, I almost forgot it. Mark, another 3-gunner that I hang out with, he had his Type 97 Gen 3 out at the range, and I got to try that out. And let me tell you, I like it. The charging handle on it is so the original one had a charging handle that kind of stuck up, right? And and you'd like pull it back, and it like the smoothness was good, but it was at a dumb spot. You couldn't run an optic or anything like that on it very easily. Then T97.ca, a local Canadian manufacturer, started making this top kit that you could screw on that was aluminum. Really good. Their charging handle was non-reciprocating. It was a little bit catchy, like the really early versions. This Gen 3, the upper is really nice. It's got a non-catchy side, non-reciprocating charging candle. It still has the stupid safety that like is a 180 in your armpit kind of a thing. But overall, real solid rifle for about $1,000. Look, when you think of our other options for 223 that are around $1,000, there's like parts breakages issues here and there, and I just don't feel like you would get those issues with the Type 97, because it's a commercial firearm made in not in the millions, but like the many thousands.
Many thousands, yeah.
Yeah, tens or hundreds of thousands. So
yeah.
Thank you to Mark for letting me shoot that.
Cool.
How about you?
I want to say, first of all, I just want to say to Terry, thank you very much for coming on. Great to talk to you. I am so looking forward to having you on again. And then I also wanted to say to Tyson, who I met on Sunday at Kelly's place, hi. And it was great to meet you. And finally confirmed that it's actually me and not Kelly Kincaid that's on Slamfire Radio. There's a long story behind it. It's kind of funny. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, everybody, thanks for listening tonight. Just don't forget to go over to Gun Owners of Canada and check that out. We have a thread over there. Like us on Facebook, 2,691 as of today. I had a look. And give us a review on Facebook as well. I added that to the show notes, by the way. Have you
nice.
noticed?
No.
I switched it on. So I went in based on Chris W's suggestion, who... Chris isn't on Facebook anymore, but he says you can do a review on Facebook. Anyways, go over onto Facebook, give us a review. Let us know if you like us, don't like us, whatevs. Anyways, go try it out. Make sure it's working. I'm not sure it's working because I have the administrator point of view. I don't have the non-administrator point of view. Okay. Join to see if you... What?
Yeah, reviews. 0 out of 5 based on the opinion of 0 people. Oh.
Not even one. Someone give us a 5-star rating, and then we could say we'd have 100% 5-star rating. Anyways, okay. Join the CCFR. Go donate to their charter challenge, or go support any and all of the advocacy groups. And reach out to your provincial legislators. Hey, said it right, about any of the upcoming potential handgun bans as well. And you know what? We're going to see you next week because we have a great guest. Yay.
Yay.
Armories. Yeah. Okay. All right. Night, everybody.
Later.